Will you burn with me? Borderline personality. I am one with my disguise. Your reality is too real for me, so this lie I live is mine. Will you burn with me? Burn with me? Trapped here in this hell I made. And if I don't belong, will you set me free? Get me out of my misery. Will you storm the gates of hell just to burn with me? One by one, they have all left me. I am sick of all the lies, desensitizing and numbing me until all the pain has died. Will you burn with me? Burn with me? Trapped here in this hell I made. And if I don't belong, will you set me free? Get me out of my misery. Will you storm the gates of hell just to burn with me? Burn with me, burn with me. Trapped here in this hell I made. And if I don't belong, will you set me free? Will you burn with me? Burn with me? Trapped here in this hell I made. And if I don't belong, will you set me free? Get me out of my misery. Will you burn with me? Burn with me? Trapped here in this hell I made. And if I don't belong, will you set me free? Get me out of my misery. Will you storm the gates of hell just to burn with me? Just to burn with me? Just to burn with me? Will you storm the gates of hell just to burn with me?
Let's get ready to suck it. And the crowd goes hot and mild sauce. Hida, here's Rida. What's up, guys? What's up, Acumen, Doomy Boy, Apple, Amelia? I see you up there, hiding from me and stuff. No Mink today? Maybe he's at work. He's fat. I'm actually home for a change. Holy shit. It's amazing. But yeah, so like there's this button on the YouTube live control panel dock in OBS, right? And it's got a button that says insert ad, and I click it and it says ads inserted. But I guess nothing happens. I tried it twice. I guess nothing happens. So it's whatever. I miss my buttons. Yeah. Maybe I think there's a way to, maybe I'll make like super chats. Maybe I'll make them play. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Like certain tiers of super chats play like he's fat, or let's get freaky nasty daddy, and then like if you give a red super chat, which I think is above $100, it'll play like the whole 5-minute Steiner math clip. That's devious. That's devious. But I mean, that would be kind of a good incentive, though, right? Like, that's assuming I was like a bigger VTuber, of course. Like at my level, it's like fucking no, of course not. But like, just imagine if like during let's say like an Iron Mouse stream, right? You donate $100 and you hijack the stream for 5 minutes as Steiner as Steiner goes over his math promo. I think that'd be a good incentive for the distant future. Oh, nice trick. That's still my Throne and Kofi Dono notification. So, nice trick is still represented. Fun fact. So hope everyone's doing good today. Oh, he just went to sleep? Gotcha. He will be missed. But you know what's great about this stream? This stream's going to be recorded, basically. Right? So he will be able to watch in digestible little bits. But speaking of which, we got a few things for you. Let me get the wins off the screen. Boop. Sleepy Mink should get something made of that. Aw, sleepy boy. Sleepy boy in his made-up country. But yes. Let's see. What should we start with? Should we start with the full-blown 30-minute spectacular? I mean, this was what I marketed it as on Twitter. Yeah, we start with this. We'll start with this. All right, let's see how this works. Boom, recording. What's up, YouTube? I'm Ryda. This is Shoe on Head. I was gonna make a joke, but that joke would have counted as gooning, and I can't goon or else the stream ends. But anyway, the male loser the male loser Ozempic. The male pentazamine. It's all men's fault. Let's go. Shoe on Head.
Hello again, friends. Sorry I've been
Hello,
gone
Shu.
for quite a bit. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I feel like every time I take a break, like, a war breaks out or something, but thankfully that did not happen. But at least we found out the real Epstein files were the friends we made along the way. Welcome back to the Shoe on Head channel. If it is your first time here, run. I am Shoe on Head, and on this channel I like to cover cultural issues mostly surrounding men's issues. It's what I've been doing for over a decade, and frankly, I'm exhausted. Many of you have been along
Same.
for the ride, and you have seen me go from a
Wow. Man, I just had flash. Look at this. Look at this. This is what? This is like 2015 Shoe on Head? Oh man. Oh man. Like I'm not even talking about like the person. I'm talking about like, look at this video quality. I'll never not think she's boxy. She is very boxy-esque. But no, like this video quality, it just reminds me of my video quality when I do guitar videos. I don't know if I'll ever get better video quality for that because, like, I don't know, IRL video cameras have never been my field of expertise or interest. Showing our ages here, right? I mean,
Chipper, lively, 24-year-old making fun of BuzzFeed and Tumblr feminists, to a bitter, calloused 34-year-old talking about very real and growing men's issues. One of the main men's issues I have been covering in great detail lately has been the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, but turns out I was wrong. We don't have a male loneliness epidemic. We have a male loser epidemic.
I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say I ain't a loser, but I mean, these things are not mutually exclusive. You know what I mean? You could be a loser and lonely, right? You could also be a loser who's not lonely, and you could be lonely without being a loser. I don't know.
It's not a male loneliness epidemic. No, it's a male mediocrity epidemic. It's a male loser epidemic.
The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point.
Yay!
Now, I don't always talk about men's issues. No, sometimes I talk about politics, and sometimes I mix the two together. Now, I know a lot of you don't like politics. You don't care about politics. But politics cares about you, and it will enter your life no matter how hard you...
Politics don't care about me. That's silly. That's the whole reason that I don't like politics, because politics don't actually care about people. Politics cares about politics.
You try to avoid it. But thankfully, I have the perfect app to help you navigate this difficult, confusing political landscape. So let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Ground News, before we get into this video, shall we?
Guys, I'm trying so
Ground
hard
News is a
not to
website
goon.
and an app that gives readers a fun and transparent
Now
way
that
to
I've put
read
a-
the news from
now that I've
all
put a
across the
stipulation
political
on it, it's
spectrum,
making it
from
harder.
left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the...
Like, listen, is it so wrong to want to tell a woman she's pretty? Think about that. Think about it. Think about it long and hard. Like your life, right? No, that's not a penis joke. That's life is long, hard, and lonely.
full story and make sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features from Ground News has to be the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is a story about how the CIA uncovered a Russiagate fraud, and right away we can see how it has been covered by 41 sources, and out of those 41 sources, 93% of them lean right, with
Wow.
only 2 left-wing outlets reporting the story. Ground News also makes it really easy to compare headlines to see just how political bias can affect the framing of a story. For example, this story about Zorhan Memdani when
I don't know, like, is it, I don't know if it's because, I'm like, what's it, like goth mommy brain rotted, but like red lipstick just does not do it for me. Like, it's like the opposite. Like, I don't like red lipstick. I'm like, if it's not black, then I'd rather just have like natural lip color. That's a me thing though, so it is what it is.
the Democratic primary in New York, this left-leaning outlet says Zorhan Memdani's win just got a little sweeter. And meanwhile, the right-wing outlet says, meet Zorhan Memdani, the man who will ruin New York. As you can see, very different vibes. I have been using Ground News since 2021 because I think it is so informative, so fun, and it helps me see how different stories are framed so differently, and I love it. I highly recommend it. It's one of the few apps that I wake up and just immediately check. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. High praise. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all of their amazing features. This comes out to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a coffee. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code right there on screen, or the link in
I
the
think
video
QR
description
codes are so
down there
cool.
to subscribe to
Maybe I'm
Ground
just
News
that
today.
level of boomer.
I feel like what they're doing is really important, especially right now, and it helps us approach the news in a more fair and balanced way. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for...
Am I the only guy who's not gay that does this hand thing when I'm trying to be cute? I 100% do this shit in real life. When I'm looking at somebody expectantly, I'll hit them with that. No one expects the metalhead with a full beard and long hair and the giant fucking everything to hit him with this.
Not skipping the ad. Right?
I didn't skip
Now
the ad
let's get
shoe.
back to the video.
Yeah.
With all
Sure,
these
for
issues
the
men
bit.
are facing, they seem to be moving to the right.
See, this shoe is so much better, in my humble opinion, and my humble, completely not gooning opinion.
And the Republicans more, since the left and Democrats have essentially just become the young men eat and die movement. Months ago, I covered how the Democratic Party was losing young men, and I predicted Kamala Harris would lose in part because of young men overwhelmingly voting for Trump. And I was correct. Well, now the Democrats have unveiled their final solution to the right-wing male loser epidemic. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Democrats have blown millions of dollars on efforts to appeal to American men who turned to President Donald Trump in droves on Election Day in hopes of winning back the working class. Democrats have spent $20 million on their efforts, with donors and strategists holing up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming how to convince working class men.
Bro, it's not that hard. Just stop making us out to be the worst things ever. And that's a really good start. Like, holy shit. $20 million? Like, honestly, if you were to, like, just split that $20 million with a bunch of men, you could get votes just like that, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You're like, hey, I think Democrats are pretty cool now. They gave me free money. Well, I mean, you know, not the politically free money kind of way that Democrats normally do it. I mean, like, just directly give me $20 million. Like, if Kamala Harris knocked on my door and I was like, hey, I recognize you from somewhere. She was like, yeah, I'm Kamala Harris. And I'd be like, Kamala Harris, oh yeah, you're that lady from The View, right? She'd be like, no, I'm running for president. Hey, here's $20 million. Can you vote for me? I'd be like, yes. $20 million. Yeah. I am the one vote. I would have swung the whole election. I promise you.
To return to the party. Ah yes, nothing more relatable to working class men than luxury hotel rooms. Great job, guys. The plan? Codename SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces. The effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisement in video games, among other things. The Democratic Party is treating young men like exotic animals they're studying.
Would be a horrible investment for a single vote. I mean, let's be real. They've done a lot worse than that. Honestly, if they gave 20 men $1 million or 40 men $500,000, it would have been a better use of money than what they did here.
Now, as you can see here is the young man in his natural habitat.
Oh,
in
yes,
a dark,
that's,
messy cave surrounded by
That's what's his name? XQC.
Taco Bell wrappers and empty Mountain Dew bottles. Here is another young man, as you can see, also dwelling in a dark
I know
cave.
what that is.
This one has dyed his hair blue to scare off potential predators.
Oh, that's Ninja, right? This guy's Ninja.
Unfortunately, it also scares off potential mates, but moving on, here is another young man, we think. We're not quite sure about this one. We're still studying it. Listen.
That's awesome. That wasn't Ninja, it was Destiny. I know. Doom, please. You've been here long enough to know my kind of humor. It said Destiny right there. I love it when she like talks about VTubers, like and jokes about VTubers. Like it's amazing. It's like I did not expect Nuxtaku to just randomly show up in this video.
Democrats, instead of spending $20 million to do that stupid maybe you should, I don't know, actually listen to men. I listen to men for free all the time. All I have to do is read my comment section. Let's see here. Shoe on Head is a perfect example of why we need to repeal the 19th. Greetings from Albania. I hate women so much it's unreal. Ooh, shoo, mommy, milkies, 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 mommy, mommy, mommy. One time I got my penis stuck in a soda bottle. Okay, on second thought, maybe my comment section is not the best source.
I need to get her fan base. Is that too mask off to say? Is that too mask off of a thing to say? I want those degenerates in my comment section.
As Trump scored big with young male voters last election, Democrats are spending $20 million to learn how to speak their language. I think it's a waste of money. Maybe these guys should spend their money on teaching men to not be such sexists. Maybe that's
But the stats don't bear that out now. Look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have...
I can't tell if she's got like this small nose ring or if her nose is just fucked up. You guys see it? You guys see it? What's up, Sampo? You guys see what I'm talking about? The chick on the right? Like, it almost looks like she's got a nose ring in. Almost.
Stable families, but there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash.
Oh no. The very night I was sitting on my couch.
What's funny is that the men who live in their mama's basement and order DoorDash, with the exception of the guys who are like, you know, going through hard times, because that happens. The guys who want to live in their mama's basement and order DoorDash are the kind of guys that vote for them. Am I wrong?
Writing the script to my video about how the Democrats are spending $20 million to relate to young men. This came on my TV on Fox News. A Tommy Lahren and Laura Ingraham segment about stay-at-home sons, men who still live at home. Literally minutes after this aired, it went absolutely viral on Twitter for not good reasons. So we are going to unpack this piece by piece. Because even though everyone was mocking it and making fun of it, as far as I saw, nobody was really dissecting it and breaking down exactly why she was so egregiously wrong. So come join me in debunking the male loser epidemic. Because
Wait, actually aren't these two right-wing, though? Now that I think about it. Fox News is just as dumb as any other mainstream media. Yeah. Right, did you see the news? As I'm looking at a news. Probably not.
who else better equipped to talk about men's issues than two stupid blonde bimbos? Hold on one second. 3 stupid blonde bimbos.
Hey.
Sorry. I felt left out. All right, let's go. Wait. I need my gamer fuel. See? I do drink it. That one's for you, Tectone.
It's a major problem. And you know, Speaker Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But Laura, I gotta tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out
The girl on the left looks like she's suffering physical pain by listening to this.
there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates and a lot of other problems in society. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air, meet people in real life. Let's just get back to basics.
So first of all, this stay-at-home son thing is not a real thing. It was a random throwaway, self-deprecating joke some contestant on Jeopardy said. One guy, because I guess there's nothing else important going on that they could cover on the news. They literally made this into a fake phenomena so they can on young men. Meanwhile, Democrats are spending millions of dollars trying to win back young men. Oh no, the young men are leaving us in droves. How do we get them back? Don't worry, I got this. Hey, you fat, lazy, Cheeto dust-covered slobs, f you.
Whoa. I feel spoken to.
Nice. Thanks. I love you. I love you too.
I was gonna joke and say now kiss, and then they just start. Man, my brain is too shoe coated, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's a cuck thing to say. I'm not sure why. I just felt gross saying it.
Is the amount of young men living home with their parents increasing? Yes. Is it because they're lazy bums and just want to order DoorDash all day? No. And also, they're not paying for DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing it. Come on. Get with the times.
There are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air.
Have either of you tried applying for a job as a young man recently? Or tried buying a house on the salary of one of these young men? Have you experienced the dating market?
So, I've had the same job now for almost 10 years. I think I'm going on 9. And I basically, like, literally, if I were to tell any random woman, or not tell, if I were to bring a woman home, she would just immediately assume I live with my mom. Because I live in a rented room in a house that's owned by a woman who's around my mom's age, and on the outside looking in, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, it's a white lady that could vaguely look like a mother figure, right? So it's like, I've had this job for a long time and I'm renting a room, though. That could be changing as early as January, because my buddy, and this also goes to her to the topic she's talking about here. My buddy finally found a house that approved his offer, and the plan was always for us to move in together. So that would be sweet. We'll see how that works out.
It been on the dating sites as a young
Be a lot cooler than living with an old woman that people think is my mother.
man. No? Interesting, okay. Just wondering. Listen, I know the average age of a Fox News viewer is like 70 nowadays and you need to pander to them, but Tommy, you were like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't true. Why are you talking like this? Why are you talking like a f***ing boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other word for this, but I hate this like generational pick-me. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not like those other young people. And you know what? She's not like those other young people. Not all young people can afford a nice nose job and lip filler and get a cushy job.
A nice nose job? Shoo, please. Like, I appreciate the joke about the nose job, but that is not nice. That is not nice.
on Fox News based entirely on merit, I'm sure. The main problem with this brain-dead boomer-ass take is not only is it cringe, but it's completely divorced from reality. This slop is specifically designed for people who paid like $5 for a f***ing house. And listen, not all boomers, okay? My parents are boomers, they are lovely people.
My parents are Gen X. My parents had me young. Like, it's wild being a 36-year-old man, and my parents are not boomers.
A lot of you guys are boomers, but when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best. They are not sending you. They're sending people who have lots of problems. They're bringing the housing crisis. They're bringing wage stagnation. They're falling for AI-generated photos on Facebook. But some, I assume, are good people. But my god, I truly believe they do not understand how good they had it. They could support a family on a single income. A single income from a job that didn't require a college degree. Their leaders didn't prostitute away their economic future for some cheap plastic shit from China. They inherited the greatest economy known to man, and they pretend it's a paradise that they earned. I just don't understand, like, why don't boomers and spiritual boomers like Tommy Lauren see people struggling and go, wow, I wish I could fix this. They should have it better than I had it. And you wonder why so many millennials and zoomers don't want kids. I want to make the world a better place for my children. I want to make the world a better place for my children. Ugh. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you spoiled brat. Children. Not happening.
Yeah.
Well, look at what young women have.
I mean, to be fair, cats get cute a lot faster and stop shitting all over themselves a lot faster than kids do. Just saying.
To choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men.
Young men are becoming lazy because they're becoming feminized. So they're becoming lazy because they act more like women? What did she mean by this, chat? I know there's like a decrease in testosterone or something happening, but men are moving right-wing all over the world. Does that correlate with the feminization? Or, I mean, there are suspiciously a lot of far-right femboys, so...
Whoa, Astolfo mentioned? Where's Apple at? Apple, where you at? Get in here. This is your moment, man. This is your moment. I love how the arm is blurred. Oh, I'm here. Hey. Astolfo mentioned.
Maybe. But here's the thing, Tammy. There is absolutely no evidence that young women want to start families more than young men. None. In fact, all the data says the exact f***ing opposite. According to Pew Research, 64% of women younger than 50 say they just don't want to have children. No reason, they just don't want them. Versus 50% of men who say the same. Another study by Archbridge Institute shows the same. 63% of women without children said they have no desire to have a child, while only 50% of men said the same. For men, the most commonly cited factor was personal finance. But among women, the strongest reason not to have a child was their desire to maintain their personal independence. Basically, they don't want to give up their brunch and mimosas. They've been ass-blasted with propaganda their whole lives, telling them their lives will be ruined, their bodies will be ruined, they'll never have fun again, they'll be miserable forever if they have children.
Listen, I don't hate on that because having a baby is scary shit. Like, whether it be childbirth or just the responsibility, like, it's hard. Sad truth is, women 50 plus can't have children. I hate that I am of the right and I am in a server where a lot of men are right-leaning femboys. How do you hate that? Or, oh no. Wait. I guess I was under the assumption that you liked femboys. What up, Jazz? I don't know why my mind immediately went like, why does Acumen not like femboys? I mean, my thing is, if we share ideals in common with them, it should be fine. Like, you know, like I played Lily for a whole decade. I know what it's like being surrounded by very effeminate men.
And as someone who has had a children, best decision I've ever made. 10/10, highly
Wait, she has a kid? I did not know that. Yes, like and sub to Jazz. Jazz is a good boy.
men would do it again. But yes, this idea that men are the ones primarily responsible for the low birth rates is laughable. We're laughing over here. But honestly, it's not really women or men.
I am straight and refuse to date due to both the dating environment and I ain't doing shit till I get my way down. That's totally fair. But I wasn't saying you were gay.
Fault. There are a lot of factors that play into this. But Tommy, I really gotta ask, is it men or is it you?
This is going to be the summer of canceling boys. All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think it might not be us. It might be you. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. Quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country.
My friends are successful. Men don't give a shit about that. They'd marry a Walmart cashier if she was nice to them.
I love Walmart cashiers. They call me honey. It's great.
I think men between the ages of 20 and 30 are not ready, in most cases, for marriage, are usually not ready to be husbands and fathers.
That's a cultural issue. So, look,
No, I would actually, back to your point, I think it's a biological thing.
So let me get this straight. Men are all trash and won't commit and won't leave mommy's basement, and they're destroying the birth rates. But also young men are biologically incapable of commitment and being parents. What? But wait, there's more! She also believes women don't have to bring anything to the table.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Never before in history have women demanded so much and offered so little. So before we get deeper into this retarded, manufactured, stay-at-home son narrative, let's check the Facebook comments of this Fox News video because I am really interested to see what, like, the typical Fox News viewer thinks about this. If the women are anything like these two, I can hardly blame the men for staying home and not wanting to date them. Blame, blame, blame. These two women have a combined age of 93 and they have 0 children between both of them. You both have repugnant personality types, so listening to this was like male birth control to me. My goodness! Boomers are ruthless! Bunch of sissies. I served 6 years, 2 years in Southeast Asia after Vietnam was over. When I was 18, rent was $450 and I could afford to get my own place. She's so spot on. Nothing screams I'm a loser run from me than a guy living at home in his parents' house with his 12-year-old boy's bedroom decor at age of 30. Thank God we raised our sons to be men, who grew up, lived on their own, found their soulmate, got married, bought a beautiful home, and started a family. I was out the door at 18, worked on the assembly line at Dodge and in the Air Force at 19, never went back home.
So fun fact, like, I forget about this all the time because I did not consider myself independent at the time regardless, but I stopped living with my parents at 18 as well. And like, I don't give myself credit for that because I still heavily depended on like family and stuff to help me with things like certain transportation and, you know, bailing me out of hard situations. But like the older I got, the more I realized like that shit's gonna happen your whole life, you know? So yeah, I was more or less independent when I was 18, and I didn't do it on purpose. Like it was a necessity because I was 18 and well, I had just turned 18 and my parents lost their jobs, lost the house, and had to go back to living with their parents, and their parents lived in a 2-bedroom apartment who already had my uncle staying with them. So we're talking about like 5 fully grown adults, not counting me and my sister. Right? So like I lived with them for maybe a good 5 months. It was the longest 5 months of my life. It was absolutely awful. Like my entire everything smelled like smoke because all 5 of those adults smoked. But yeah, I ended up basically getting saved by my older cousin, and he taught me how to like live, you know, like be responsible and stuff, which, you know, which I definitely needed at the time. But what I needed more than anything was to get out of that situation. Like, because it's not like I was being abused or anything. It's not like it was unlivable, but literally the only form of entertainment I had, because I could not use any of the TVs, so I couldn't even play my own Xbox. All I had was my laptop, which could not run games, and they did not have internet. So the only things I had was what I had downloaded onto my laptop. That's it. That's all I could do. I didn't have a bed. I slept on a chair because the couch was taken. I slept on a chair. My background music was literally just watching The Price is Right and other game shows all day, every day for 5 months. It was literal torture for an 18-year-old kid. Well, 18-year-old adult. Like, you are an adult at that age. But that's why I don't really consider 18-year-olds adults, because, like, I think about me and where I was at 18. And I mean, to be fair, like, it wasn't too long after that I did basically become an adult. But like, I was not ready at 18 without some, like, pushing in the right direction.
I can't relate to this. Yes, we know you people can't relate. We know. But the world has changed. Why can't you people get this through your heads? I will never let my son stay home. I'm trying to push them out of the nest. Okay, I really gotta ask, is this an Anglo thing? Immediately kicking your kid out when they turn 18 years old?
Anglo?
My Mediterranean mind cannot comprehend this. And honestly,
what does she mean? Anglo? Mediterranean? Like, I've heard those terms, but I don't know in which context she is using them. Is that like a classification of human? Or what? I don't understand. I'm really stupid. I apologize. I literally explained to you why I was stupid a minute ago. So, no worries. Let me see. Anglo versus Mediterranean. Oh, great. It autofilled. Anglo generally refers to people, cultures, or things associated with England or the broader Anglosphere, English-speaking countries. Mediterranean typically describe people, cultures, or things associated with the Mediterranean region, including countries like Italy, Greece, Spain, and others. Oh. So different kinds of white, basically.
why the f*** would a man leave home, leave his mother's cooking, for a woman who probably can't cook? Not me, though. Personally, I can cook amazing homemade meals. I'll have you know I am a great trad wife.
Oh, shit.
Bone apple teeth. Now, unfortunately, Tommy Lauren wasn't the only one pushing this stupid, lazy young men go get a job bullshit. Mike Johnson did it, referencing 29-year-old men playing video games all day. Steve Scalise did it with 35-year-old men playing video games all day. And just the other night—
Listen, okay, I play video games at most for like 3 hours, and that's if I'm really hooked on it. Because, like, I get home from work, and by the time I get home, I only got 4 hours until bed. And it takes me about an hour to do my shower and food and the shitting. And then I play video games, and that's on a day I don't stream. So if 3 hours is all day, then, I mean, my bad.
I saw this on my TV again.
A Wall Street Journal headline got our attention. The new dream job for young men, stay-at-home son. It's a phrase that's taken off since 27-year-old Brendan Leo won $59,000 on Jeopardy. And he has a master's degree in political science, but he's unemployed. Grow up, get a job, get a wife, build a family.
Just get a wife, bro. Just get a job, bro.
Oh, get a job? Yeah. Just get a job? Why don't I strap on my job helmet and squeeze down into a job cannon and fire off into Jobland, where jobs grow on jobbies?
The term welfare queen must have fell out of fashion with Republicans, because it seems even they know the approved safe demographic to go after now. Because it's very obvious what demographic they are talking about when they say young men in their basements playing video games. This just get a job lazy attitude is not surprising, but it's especially funny coming from Fox News of all places. Fox News that spends so much time yapping about immigrants taking American jobs. Fox News will talk for years about how Americans are being screwed out of the workforce. But when this issue manifests itself in Gen Z, suddenly it's a moral failure. The fact is, a lot of American jobs held by men are being lost to automation, offshoring, and yes, cheap foreign labor. Companies and billionaires would rather have cheap labor that they can essentially abuse, not pay fair wages to, just good little worker drones who won't unionize, rather than hire.
I love Shu. She's based, but also grounded, living the real life, and from what I understand, has a husband, a kid, and a loving home. And she shit posts on the internet. Well, fun fact about that, Sampo, in case you didn't know, she met her husband on the internet because her husband was a hater of hers. It's one of the great fairy tale stories, fairy tale endings of the millennial generation, I think.
American workers for a living wage. The cheaper the labor they hire, the more money they make. I remember when Bernie Sanders called open borders a Koch brothers conspiracy.
Open borders?
Open borders.
That's a Koch brothers proposal, which says essentially there is no United States.
But it
Anybody
would make a lot of
me.
the global poor richer, wouldn't it?
And it'd make everybody in America poor. Then you're doing away with the concept of a nation state.
Where'd that guy go? A lot of these jobs being taken are jobs traditionally held by men, like construction and factory jobs, manual labor work. But it's not just manual labor jobs, it's also the tech industry and business industry, which are careers also mainly held by men. There are many, many examples of this, such as Microsoft recently cutting thousands of American workers while requesting 14,000 more H-1B workers this year. Some of those job positions include data scientists, which are 70% men, software developers, which are 80% men, and electronic engineers, which are 90% men, and many more like that. Another example of this was Tesla, where roughly 15,000 American employees were fired in April 2024, and many were replaced with H-1B visa holders. On Twitter, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy tried to chalk this up to these immigrants just simply being the best and the brightest. Yeah, okay. You're paying them less for longer hours and more work, and they're willing to deal with it in order to stay in the country. It's coercive, exploitative, and, dare I say, not very America first. When conservatives confronted Elon Musk for this last year, he told somebody, and I quote, "Take a big step back and yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." So when it comes to replacing American workers in manual labor with cheap foreign labor, it's deport, deport, deport. But when it comes to replacing his American workers with cheap foreign labor, it's yourself in the face. Interesting. There's also affirmative action and DEI, which are other things Fox News always pisses and shits about. But suddenly, when the conversation is about Gen Z men, the demographic of people who are victims of these things, suddenly these things just don't exist anymore. Then it's, oh, young men are all just lazy. They just want to be in their parents' basement ordering DoorDash and playing video games. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. I am not beating the allegations with this one. The brown people are not taking your jobs, okay? It's not their fault. They're just cheaper. Aim upwards. But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. It's the women, too. Many of the dying industries are male-dominated, while many of the growing industries are female-dominated, and stigma around these jobs being woman jobs usually stops men from working them. Women are overwhelmingly entering and excelling in college and the workforce, and they're more flexible about job position and pay, while young men usually hold out for higher-paying, higher-position jobs that will make them the breadwinner. Because you see, despite the world progressing and the role of women changing, the role of men has not changed. Every woman is a feminist until the dinner bill comes. But what's crazy is, women might be the ones paying that dinner bill soon. A study from the UK found women aged
Our time is coming.
22 to 29 earned about 1,000 more annually than men, completely reversing the traditional gender pay gap for this age group. In the US, a 2022 Pew Research Center analysis showed that women under 30 out-earned men in many metropolitan areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's in cities like New York and Washington, D.C. That may not sound like a lot of money now, but it's a growing trend that has never been seen before. It's so bad that it's really starting to affect the dating world. American women have never been this resigned to staying single. They are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what family should look like. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendships and careers over dating and marriage. The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by a growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women. In 2024, 40% of American women ages 25 to 34 had a bachelor's degree, according to Pew, compared to 37% of men. A bachelor's degree increases net lifetime earnings by an estimated $1 million. Women are doing comparatively well when it comes to education in their early years in the labor force, and men are doing comparatively badly. Men's economic struggles seem to be having the biggest effect on women without a college degree, whose marriage rates by 45 have plummeted to 52% for those born between 1930 and 1980, according to research by Cornell University. Young men without a degree are struggling so much as a group that there simply aren't enough with steady jobs and earnings for non-college women to date.
Wow.
Men are poor, women most affected. Modern women are no longer tied to their gender role. Birth control has freed them from the prison that is their biology, and they are making their own money, sometimes more than men. They can have it all, they can do anything, they can be anything. While at the same time, men are still expected to be the provider. And more importantly, many men still want to be the provider, but they can't. And women, though strong and independent, still want men to be the provider.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if
Men
need
can't
be,
get
that
job.
will protect
Women
me,
most
protect
affected.
my
Thanks for
family,
the super
make money.
acumen.
Basically, men are like, we're worried we're not making enough money. And women are like, we're worried men are not making enough money. Hello class, I am Miss On Head. I am substituting
I'm literally
for
submitted
your
that just
teacher.
for a sec.
Today she was arrested for molesting a 12-year-old boy. So today we are learning about the graph. This is the growth in productivity versus hourly compensation graph. And you can trace almost everything bad happening in society back to this graph. As you can see, productivity increased while compensation barely grew over the same time period. Notice they tracked very closely up until around 1972. Now, what happened around 1972, class? Well, the top marginal tax rate was reduced from 70% in 1964 to 50% by 1981. The federal minimum wage began to stagnate. Income going to the 1% rose from 9% in the 60s to 16% in 2023. CEOs also went from making 20 times more than the average worker to making 350 times more than the average worker. Anything else? Anything else happen around 1972? Yes, Jimmy, that is correct. Women joined the workforce around this time, but we don't have to get into that today. The fact is, hard work no longer guarantees success, and the will to work is tied to the fruits of your labor. And young men are fed up today because 90% of that fruit is rotten. Now, is there some truth to modern young people being lazy? Sure, I guess. Every generation had lazy people. And we do basically live in late-stage mouse utopia, after all. Young people today are faced with two options: revolution or escapism. And a lot of them are choosing escapism. Many have basically given up, but it's not like they didn't try. They tried and they found out the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, whether it's college, dating, or the job market. And in a way, many young men are kind of choosing revolution. The never before seen large shift rightward in young men is a small revolution in a way. They're saying, this isn't working for me, this sucks, I hate this, I want something different. This is also manifesting on the Democrat side in general. The young men that are still voting left are voting further left. You saw this recently in New York City, where Zohran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, won the Democratic primary. Young men are tired of the establishment, left and right. They're tired of the system and they want to burn it down and start again. They want something that works for them because this is not working for them.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a car much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh. Fox News should hire that guy. There is an entire generation of fighting-aged men who are enraged and feel like they have nothing to live for. You should probably start caring. When they saw this airing on Fox News, they saw an angry woman nagging in their faces about how everything wrong in the world is their fault. An all too familiar thing they have been hearing for far too long.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Democrats, nobody under the age of 60 watches Fox News, so this is not really going to have an effect on young men whatsoever. So keep that $20 million. You might still need it. Unless we get dragged into another war in the Middle East. If we do get dragged into another war in the Middle East, young men might come running back to the Democratic Party. Maybe not. Maybe not even a George Bush II electric boogaloo will have men coming back to the Democratic Party. Hopefully we don't find out. And as I'm editing this right now, a lot of young people, even the podcast bros, seem pretty upset about the Epstein thing, but we know Democrats won't take advantage of the situation in order to protect the Clintons, so maybe not even this will save them, but we'll see, I guess. Hold on one second.
That's better.
That's better. So that was that video. What do you think of the male loser epidemic? Do you agree with Tommy Lauren? Is it all men's fault? Leave your comments below. I read them all. I am probably reading them right now as you type them. Wait, don't write that. No. You can't say that. No, it doesn't matter if it's with an A. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to me on Patreon, or leave a little tip with a little tip jar down below, or give it a little heart. It helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys again soon with a new video, a new slop video. Because I know you gremlins love that shit.
Slop is great. Slop is my favorite food. Slop is amazing. So that was a good video. Fucking goddamn. I added 15 minutes of Rida to that. That might be the most transformative video on my channel. Wife slop is the shit. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna fill my drink up because that one took a minute. Ooh. Yeah, so like shoe on head videos, I always feel like are the best of bringing me out. Like they just kind of, I feel like there's so much more shit to comment on. That just get like, if only I had like more time to cover longer videos. But I mean, you know, these nice slop videos are great too. But we should get into them. Let's see. Let's do some Fleek. What's up, YouTube? Rida here. About to watch some Fleekazoid. Fleekazoid. Fleekazy. Something. Fleekazoid. Alright. AC Shadows is Sofa King Wee Todd Ed Lee. Awful. I don't know what that means. I do.
Sorry, I was... Yo, what's up, player? Sorry, I was just practicing my Japanese. Pimps, we did it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a hit. Our stock is zooming, so it's actually in the free fall. Tell them we got another 1 million players. Hell, make it 2 million more players. Fuck them, they can't prove anything. It works. The stock is skyrocketing because that's what I do. Go get yourself a snail, Pierre. You earned it. You can also have a negative $2,000 raise. Eat shit and die. Hi, we're flicking over the little guy, and our consultant division was hired a few years ago to help Ubisoft make Assassin's Creed Shadows the smash hit it is today. In fact, you're fired. The game was too successful. We can't afford you anymore. Which actually leads me to my next point. A disturbing amount of you seem to think that this major success will allow the 19,000 people working here to keep their jobs, and unfortunately, that's just not true. Notice how that number doesn't say number 1 in day 1 earnings? Well, that means we'll be laying off at least a couple thousand Frenchmen, and we'll be replacing them with several more sweatshops. And just as a little side note on all that sweatshop business, we are deeply disturbed that word got out about that. Why the hell do you think we hired them? Because they tuck them in at 5 o'clock and have an office wine cooler? We already tried that, and look at how that worked out for us. We got Frenchies starting a revolution every other goddamn day. You know what the nice thing is about sweatshops? They don't pay them enough to buy picket signs. Allegedly, from what I hear, people say this, I don't know. Listen, I'm in the middle with you. Thanks to the success of the game, Piendang is gonna get a 2-cent raise on the next one. Of course, that's gonna be monthly though, not daily. The rest of that profit goes to me. I have 3 ex-wives to feed. Speaking of which, you're also fired. My marriage was too successful. I'm getting a divorce. Your salary is gonna help me recoup my losses. Now, flashing back to my years when I was working on the game, my role as chief consultant of dumb fuckery was problem solving. The first problem I noticed? Too many French people, so I said, hit the snail trail, Pepes. Next order of business, we're making this one another RPG. Nothing says Assassin's Creed like walking into a base, everyone's within level range, but then you get to the target and he can one-shot you with a rock. This is fun, as long as you don't know what that word means or what it feels like. Now, on the point of hating our customers, in the Steam review of every Ubisoft game, people are always complaining about how we're forcing a second launcher on them, which is why we're gonna force a 3rd launcher on them. Fuck them. But it's only gonna be a launcher for all the shitty Assassin's Creed games. I wanna make a clear line in the sand so that new players don't wander off to a better game that we haven't monetized out the ass. Did the Black Flag have shot the bucks? That's a great question, Pierre. I hope asking it was worth your life. Note to self, make the guy's ass bigger than Nawe's. Reminder, we are a forward-thinking company. Second reminder, settle that lawsuit for that time when we were a little too forward in our thinking. Hang on, I'm getting the call. Why would you make the dude protagonist also Japanese? We already have a Japanese. Listen, I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Everyone's talking about how they love Brotherhood, right? Well, why don't you put a brother in the hood? It'll be like Twins with Danny D. The fans are gonna love it. They did not. And whenever he fights, I want you to blast the loudest rap music you got. But not in a racist way. We here at Ubisoft are not racist. So in the least racist way you can, whenever Yasuke shows up on screen, I want you to be blasting that trap music as loud as you can. And I'm not talking yay. I'm talking straight up SoundCloud trap beats with a harp mixed in. I want this shit to sound like Lil Ricefield is just off camera from Sonic ASR. And in the cutscenes, when everything should be all quiet and dramatic, I want you to play the weirdest shit you got.
It manages to be racist to two different races. It's impressively racist.
That doesn't fit the setting, the scene, or anything. It's perfect. God, these juices are just flowing today. You go fire somebody. You go make something shinier. You go add 1 million players. God, I'm a genius. Now let's talk about the gameplay. We're gonna do a brand new take on the new system where we return to form by changing nothing. Can we all agree on this? Alright, nice, but we need to make these two characters feel distinct but equal, not in a racist way. Which is why no-ass Nawe will be great at everything except combat, and Yasuke will be a little bitch that can't even climb a rock. Unless you don't want him to climb a rock, then he'll be able to climb a fucking rock. I want this man to be like our Expert Plus difficulty, kind of like that Fractured But Whole difficulty system. Right around that 15-hour mark where you're getting bored of the repetitive gameplay loop, I want to cure that boredom by giving you even less gameplay options. You want a new mechanic? Pull out your credit card. Don't have the money? Find a country with flexible labor laws, start a sweatshop, and I'll give you some money. Also, that Spartan kick's been our crutch for the last 3 games and it's getting old. That being said, we haven't had a new idea come out of this company in 10 years, and I wouldn't want to break the streak. So just make the kick send these rice farmers into the stars! Listen, I got a tea time at 6. We really gotta, let's just stop developing the combat halfway, all right? But Saul, this is a return to form. Shouldn't we have all these mechanics? You're not even speaking American anymore. Listen, we don't have to worry about putting in the other half of the gameplay because it rains. Besides, people don't want flow. They don't want a unique identity. They want something that feels like nothing. And I don't mean unique. I want to remind them of that empty void where their soul used to be, so they fill that void with cash shop items instead of combat. The old Power Fantasy combat made them feel big and strong. Sarah, look at me. I want them to feel small. And forget flow. Make it all stuttery. I want it stuttery as hell. I've got a nephew with a stutter. He can't say yes without making it a 10-syllable word. Use that as your inspiration. I'll send you a tape later. Speaking of no flow, let's talk about that stealth right now. I want that assassination button to only work half the time. Half the time I want the prompt to assassinate in Assassin's Creed to either not assassinate or not show up at all. I want half the encounters to play out like this. Did I just catch you trying to assassinate shit? I want them to stand around with their dicks in their hands waiting to assassinate in Assassin's Creed. You can assassinate
when Daddy Ubisoft says you can.
Well, so we at least add all these mechanics back from the original games? No, you don't understand. We let them lay down. They don't get anything else. Don't overthink this, guys. These people will buy anything. In 15 years, we'll be selling a JPEG called Assassin's Creed. Fuck you, give me your money, and these people would still pay us $90 for it. Reminder, the poor core is feeling stiffer than our executives when they get near the secretaries. Add more flips to distract. Next thing, some guy came up to me the other day and told me we should make a great 12-hour game instead of 80 hours of pondering the rope, so I shot him. But don't worry, I shot him in the game, so it only did 10% of his health. Our games aren't meant to be enjoyed, they're meant to be endured. What are we gonna do, make a memorable short campaign, sell 5 million copies in the first month, and immediately get a sequel like some fucking chode? No! I want to lock all your abilities behind 50 fetch quests, and when you go to do that meditation quest as a break from all the fetch quests, I want it to trigger a flashback to that one time where you did a fetch quest. Eat a dick. No, not literally, Yasuke. Don't look at me like that. Stop that. I want to beat the fans down with monotony until they buy the Yasuke farting Fent Clouds bundle out of some confused idea that that'll bring them joy. Think about it like this. For just $20, you could help me furnish my yacht with high-end Dutch prostitutes. Every day that no one buys a microtransaction, one of our executive goes without a line of coke up his nose. Will you be our snow angel? Then just punch in your credit card and buy any one of these bundles. Speaking of people that need help, the enemy AI programming has been slowly degrading for the last 10 years, and the dev team was asking earlier if they should spend any time fixing it, so here's what I'm thinking. Fuck them? Fuck them. Alright, I'll lay them all off. That's what I thought. Sorry, those are just some associates of mine. I thought I put that on vibrate. All right, I had some ideas for the story. First off, my wife's had 100 rounds of Botox in our last 2 years of marriage. I haven't seen her emote in years. Use that as the inspiration for the facial animations. I'll send you a tape later.
But I can fight.
My pain is constant and sharp.
Actually, I'm already looking at a cutscene right now. I can't tell whether she's happy, sad, or needs to take a shit. You guys nailed it. Forget what I said. Second, with the GDP of Bosnia invested into this game already, I think the voice acting is where we need to start pinching our pennies in our story-focused game. Have any of you ever heard of AI? It's like a digital robot sweatshop. It's brilliant. Future Fleek here. Now, I can't say whether or not we used the AI, but I will say the end result was indistinguishable from a high-end actor such as Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Check this out.
Karate, judo, sumo, samurai. Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Sorry, my bad. I had immersive mode on. I turned it off. Here you go.
Resentment can grow quietly without much warning after a storm.
Now, on a real note, I want you guys to get your lawyers ready to sue anyone that harasses Ubisoft employees. I want the whole world to know that the only people who can harass Ubisoft employees is Ubisoft. Please, everyone, the applause is really unnecessary. I'm but a humble man to the people, the higher tax bracket people. I put on my Prada slippers, one Sudanese leather monk strap at a time, all right? And that's how I made this game the success that it is today. AC Shadows is such a success that our 18,000 employee company just got cucked by a game developed by one man named Tyler. It's such a success that people can't even run Monster Hunter Wilds, and they're still buying it more than Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's such a success, we just shuttered another studio. It's such a success that we just became 10 cents bitch. It's such a success that our stock's hitting 5-year lows. So eat a dick, chuds. Wait until you see how successful we are after Assassin's Creed Crazy Cat Lady drops. Maybe strong feminine energy can take us to new heights.
Right here, John. I swear to God, if you don't give this game a... Oh, you're doing it again. He's running it back. Whoa! I mean, holy shit, this is like... Oh, fuck! Further than ever before! Oh, I went to the corner. You all won. I win. I win. Oh!
Oh, it's amazing. You could always count on Fleek to just give you just a never-ending stream of consciousness. Yeah, he's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Face Connect time. We got another Tenma video. Look at how adorable this Tenma thingy, the Tenma art is. It's not gooning, because that's not goon material. I'm just pointing out how cute the art is.
Good question. How long could you go without sweating, Tenma? Okay. I don't know. Good question. Every stream. If I swear, I'm gonna eat a banana with the skin.
Oh no.
All of it.
Oh
on
no.
Stream. I'll have it even prepared. If I swear. With the skin, just biting into it.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
이 채널에 요코소. 꽁키츠. Non-believers out. Damn is
With
not
the
a
skin.
swear. Your sneaky super text with swear in it does not count because you cheating B. What do we do today? Well, oh shoot, I broke my nail. Did I swear already? What?
Oh no.
I didn't start the timer. Doesn't count. Warming up.
She
warming
sweared
up.
already.
I didn't start the game. I didn't start the game. Give me a moment. Warming up. Warm up, pizza. Warm up, pizza. Mama. It's fine. It's fine. The game did not start. Timer did not start. It does not matter. It did not start. I can just let it all out now, so I can be empty-headed in the game. I guess I'm not
Oh
good
no,
at
she's
the
playing this game?
I suck, but it's fine. What matters, it's the friends we go make along the way. Which is none of you, because all of you want to see me eat the banana with the peel-ons.
I don't want to see that. I want to see Tenma happy. I want to see Tenma happy and smiling and happy.
So you all a bunch of beautiful, wonderful people for coming by. Hi, my name's Tenma.
Hi.
Did you guys know that right now I can't see anything? I see blur because my glasses, I sat on them. I can't see text that well. So how did it happen? I had my glasses. I usually have them in my purse, but I put them in because I needed them to sign something. I take out my glasses.
How old is this? 2 years. Wow.
To read, I put them in my pocket. And my jacket pocket, I put it on the chair, and then I sat on my jacket, and I was like, wait, that's the third time it happened so far in my streaming career as Tenma Miami. So I have them ready by Monday. So now I'm sitting here like, you will know when I look like chat, when I look at chat, because you will see my model going from this to this.
You want to see her eat the peel?
What? I'm feeling pretty Zenma. Because
Zenma.
non-believers will be in shambles. What?
Oh, jeez.
What is that? I don't know if that's the actual super was that's just me not seeing what you just wrote.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think by the picture is spider, but I can't see what he wrote. It's not the actual text, so it's me not seeing.
I can only understand like 10% of what she's
What do you
saying.
mean you're just looking at her right now? The friendliest kitsune ever. I'm so friendly. The mothers are hiding the children from me because I'm that friendly. Wait, no. The children are hiding the mothers from me. No.
It was a little too friendly, Tenma. It's a little too friendly. It's a little too friendly. The mothers are hiding the children from me.
Oh, wait! No! I want to sit in the video. No! I love everyone's mama! Can you believe this? Nah. Lumi? Time out, Lumi. One of you time out, Lumi. I swear to God, time out. I know her plan. She was so close to. Oh, I know her plan. Time out. Someone, anyone. It's been 17 minutes. I'm close to half an hour. How is the doctors feeling? I can go up to over 1 hour, and you guys cannot stop me. Otto. Oh. Mystics happen. It's like what? 30 minutes in? Come on, sillies. Mystics happen.
Come on, sillies.
Mistakes always happen to the best of us. Sometimes it's okay to do mistakes. Otherwise, not. Okay.
Now, here's my strategy. If I was doing the same thing, right? Depending on what the goal is. Like, is the goal to beat the game without swearing? Or is the goal just to do a 2-hour stream without swearing? Because literally, there would be no reason to get mad when you lose progress in this game if the goal is just to get to the 2-hour mark. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to beat the game without swearing, that's a completely different thing. But, like, that would be the easiest way to keep your chill going. To be like, all I gotta do is make it 2 hours. Like, literally, there is no losing progress in this, because the goal is not to beat the game.
Yeah, let's go back here. That wasn't so hot. You lovely man in the pot. What secrets are you hiding in that pot of yours? The pot of wonders.
Secrets are you hiding?
Oh yeah! Why?
Wee. I really feel like she did that on purpose.
I think I can handle no swears because I am a winner. I'm a winner. Mama raised a winner. I'm
A winner? Okay, I thought she said she's a
I'm
whiner.
not swearing today. Thank you, Shapaya. Welcome. I just come. Shit. Hold on. I'm gonna check my phone. Shit. I did say it. Would you guys believe me if I told you I did not even notice I said it? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's showing it.
This is a banana.
It's a banana.
My fingies. My cute nails? No, they are. Well, you know what, guys? 25 minutes is amazing. So I can tell you guys, wholeheartedly, fuck you! Eat shit! And bon appetit!
She bit into it.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe to Ride to Zero. Hit the notification. YouTube is really screwing me over. I don't know what's going on, but I'm dying over here. So if you like the video, please give me a crumb of interactions. Yes, that was a nice palate cleanser. I do love me some Tenma. Like, comment, and come. Alright. Ina keeps making Flair lose it during their one-on-one collab. Ooh, it's VTube 10 Goku. This literally came out an hour before I started looking up videos to watch today. So this is brand new. Let's check it out.
まあ、私がアミアミのアンバサダーなので、ちょっとフレア先輩といろんなフィギュアの話とかすればなと思いますけど、フレア先輩ってフィギュアとかありますか？
飾ってます。イナのフィギュアも飾ってます。あ、今復刻予約受付中なんで。俺のイナですけど、飾る分にはね。全然ね、皆さん飾ってくださいね。
So she's saying, I asked her if she collected any figures, and she's like, ah, yes, of course, I have Ina's figures. Of course, it's up for pre-orders right now, the re-released version. So please go pre-order, is what she said. いやでもいつもまあフリア先輩いつもありがとうございます。フリア先輩のおかげさまでなんか日本のリスナーさんにもイナのことがまあイナのことを知っている方が増えた気がします。
いやもともとイナのことをみんな知ってるからね。
いやでも前はちょっとイエンのこう名前どう呼ぶんだっけとかになって、まあ最近は私の名前の漢字ってめっちゃ難しいんですよ。読むこと多分普通の人だと読めないくらいの名前で、なんか最近はそれより俺のイナってみんな言ってて
俺のイナ、
俺のイナだからな、
みんなのイナですって。
Flair is one of like the most underrated Hololive VTubers, I think. Like, she's so great.
待って、wait.
What?
俺のイナ。
俺の？
そう。my イナ。
フレアのイナ？
フレアのイナ。
フレアの。
OK？
OK。
OK。で、どこだっけ？
かわいい。
かわいい。
これかな？でも
Just got done watching Iron Master's announcement. Yikes.
あれ、
Oh,
今日着る
is
衣装
there
は
a
私が選
video?
んだ。
I might be able to react to it.
かわいいだろ？
消え
並んだらもう花嫁ですよ。
出た。はい。ちょっと
じゃあ予約受付中なので、ちょっと私邪魔じゃない？ちょっと下がった方がいい。
いや大丈夫です。私こうやっても大丈夫です。
かわいいしかちょっと待って。しゃがむわ。
いいよ。
大丈夫ですよ先輩。
続けてどうぞ。
はい。So of course we mentioned it already, but Nino my Inanis, who looks a lot like me, the Nendroid is being re-released and it is available for pre-orders right now. Yes. It's Pop-Up Parade, Shiranui Flare of Whole Life Production is also up for pre-orders. Look how beautiful she is on the right.
はい。これも復刻してるんでしたっけ？予約
です。
受付中です。よかったら皆さんどうぞお願いします。
You can put her beside my Pop-Up Parade.
イナと並べろとは言わないから、一定の距離感をちょっと保ったとかでもいいから並べてください。そしたらフレア幸せです。
なんとAmi is having a event going on to celebrate the Figure Tower's first anniversary and the Radio Kaikan Store's 8th anniversary. で、秋葉のアミのフィギュアタワーのあと1年なんというかアニバーサリー
行ったことあるよ。イナのサイン見に行った。直接イナに行ったよって送ったらちょっとキモいかなと思ってこっそり
いやでも私も時々行きますよ。 なんか友達いるかなとかスッて
俺と出会ってたかもしれねえ。
いやでもフリア先輩初めてなんか会った時、そうスタジオに歩いてなんか、スタッフさんかなと思って。まあ紹介する前だからちょっとお疲れ様ですってね
本当にねまだね出会ったことがなかった時ね、そうだった、まさかもうキュンキュンになるなんて
いやでも嬉しい。なんかスタジオでフレア先輩が収録の時なんかチラッと見たら、フレア先輩がポテチとか食べて嬉しい
本当はもっと高級なお菓子とかをプレゼントしたかった。
いやポテチ好きやろはい、そう OK back to topic カンペコラ
ペコちゃん、
そうデストランディング2のペコラペコラ先輩です。ピア先輩はロングヘア or ショートヘア。
ロングヘア。
ロング。メモ。メモ。
いいなは？
私はショートですね。
でもショートの髪型のイナもめっちゃ好き。パカのやつ、あれも可愛い。今の髪型めっちゃ好き。
私も。
The double buns.
いや私もフレア先輩の衣装めっちゃ好きです。
ペコラを挟んでペコラの紹介なのに
次はちょっとフレア先輩が喜ぶ
何ですか？
そうネンドロイドの
ネンドロイドのいな。
こちら予約受付中なんでお願いしますねこのポーズなんと私がやったんですけど、これ私に向かってやってるんでこれちゃんといなちょっと訳してもらっていいですか？これ私に向かってやってるんで
なんか配信準備してる時ちょっとスタッフさんと後ろでちょっとこれにしてくださいとか聞いたんですけど、
これフレア
I find it a little bit harder to react to the Japanese, just because like I feel like I'm focusing so much on the reading part. Like I enjoy the Japanese clips because that's what I started with, but I still don't know how to make correct React contents out of them.
に向かってやってるんで
はい、
俺のイナだぞ。
で、usually it also comes with
このエクラナミコンがすごい。
and this is the usual base you're gonna get. If you buy the Ina Ninja, you'll get a small
めちゃめちゃ回転してていなかった。
small takodachi as well.
Yeah, they're talking about their figures. Yep.
配信待機中のぴょんぴょん跳ねてるのも俺やんって言って
多分みんなこれ見ろ私だ
これってちなみにさ、フレアのさ、ネンドロイドには手つなぎハンドみたいな手がついてるけど、これイナとさ手つなげるやつ
許可します。はい、やっても大丈夫です。
やった許可が出たぞイナと手つなぎできます、フレアも買って俺
使って写真とか撮ってください。
止めます俺に向かってやってるから今これ見て、私に向かって手を伸ばしているよ。
フレア先輩、
声まで聞こえてきた。声まで聞こえてきたぞそんなかわいい幸せ。今 I'm so happy
いや 私の家に戻ったらフォリア先輩のネンドロイドと私のちょっと
And put their Minecraft beds together.
ぜひやろうかなやろうかな
でもハグまでしたら友達に怒られるかな。ちょっと LINE 声だぞって言われる。
いやでも友達としてハグしたんじゃなくて先輩としてハグだから、大丈夫かも。
LINE 超えてない？
大丈夫かもね。いいな、
ね
大丈夫だよね。
イナがいいって言ってるからいいよね。
ね。
大丈夫って大丈夫って。
怒ってるよ怒ってるよ怒ってる人いるよ大丈夫かな。
So, Ina's pics for this month.
Oh, I got little glasses.
Hi. So this is the professional. Professional taking photos of the Ida Android. Wow, 素晴らしい。
彼が興奮して立ち上がるから、まりちゃんが困って。すいません。
Yes.
邪魔ですね。すいません。
So yes. Wow. Can pose her in many ways. Wow.
可愛いね。可愛い。メガネも可愛かったね。可愛い。俺横にいんの俺。
先輩。
いいな。
はい。
It's just diabetes level of sweetness.
どこ見てんすか先輩。どこ見てるんですか
イナのことしか見えてないむしろ。
ですよね。
Desione. All right, so that was cute as hell. Not really a whole lot I could add to it though. All right, let's take a look at this Iron Mouse thing. I guess I'm a drama tuber today. Oh, 10 minutes. It's perfect length. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. This is the first I've heard of it. This is the first I've heard of this. This literally happened as I was streaming. So let's do what real content creators do and react to breaking news, as it were.
That for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vishoujo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from...
Really?
Vishoujo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
So this is some real shit then. This is like some serious fucking...
So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vishoujo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know...
This makes my departure from Demipack look sunshine and rainbows, which, I mean, to be fair, it kind of was, it's, but it's wild. It's wild that immediately within the first minute, money is involved. Like, holy crap.
For a lot of people right now, that this might be the first time you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try.
Like, I get it. Like, from, I don't know how true the leaks that I saw of how she looks are, but from what I saw, she's a pretty lady. Like, I don't know if they're real or not. I don't really get into that kind of stuff. That's not my field. But like, the internet is brutal. The internet is absolutely brutal. I tried to be a face streamer for like a few months before Ryda even existed. And I mean, luckily I never got anything awful sent my way, because like I wasn't really big enough. Like, I literally got 0 views, so I didn't have to worry really about that. The biggest problem I had was that someone referred to me as what did he say? Like, he said something like a less soy boy version of Vosh or something. I forget what exactly was said, but it was like it was almost a backhanded compliment or a forward-handed insult, if that makes sense. So I was like, you know what? I'll take it. If that's the worst I have to deal with, I'm totally taking it.
An app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream, and that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe.
Her older models, not great. But I mean, that's to be expected, right? Like, those are your first models. This model is incredible. Like, look how pretty she is. No gooning. No gooning today. I can't goon or else the stream ends. But like, look at this model. It's fantastic.
Being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo, and it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision.
I know, like, there are probably a lot of people that would assume that this kind of thing is like how could you think that, like, but like, from the perspective of somebody that's actually in her shoes, like, like I get it. Like, you know, if you're actually suffering from an illness that prevents you from doing even the most basic of things for yourself, like, yeah, like that's rough. And it's not just rough on you physically, but it's rough on you mentally too. Like, I know it's really easy to look at her and be like, oh, she's literally the biggest English VTuber on Twitch, I think, is the actual thing. So it's like, how could she possibly be like sad or depressed? But it's like yeah, she was huge even before she joined VShojo. But that's not gonna stop those thoughts. You know what I mean? Those thoughts from creeping up on you and being like, you're worthless. You can't be consistent. You've got this illness that's gonna prevent you from living a normal life. Why would anybody, you know, want you on their team, like, regardless of the numbers? You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of things that you can think about yourself. And like I totally get that. Like, I don't know a whole lot about Iron Mouse, right? Like, I am not what you would consider a fan of Iron Mouse or VShojo, but I still know of Iron Mouse and about the shit that she has to go through, and I respect the shit out of her for it. I also feel like she's the only member of VShojo. When I was like cutting my teeth in the VTuber world as a fan and as a actual VTuber, I feel like she was like the only member of VShojo that didn't do some shit, if that makes sense. Like, in the least inflammatory way I could say that is possible. You know what I mean? Like, I've always had a huge amount of respect for this Latina lady right here. So it kind of hurts me when, like, you can kind of hear it in her voice that she's choked up about it, you know?
Because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people, because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and 1,000,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed.
As you should have been.
Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me, to the point where
also
I
fair.
felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike.
Okay, that's fair. It's kind of rough. Because, like, I guess it really, like, yeah, that's a really hard thing to defend. Because on one hand, like, I get it. You know, it's pretty fucking true. Like, VShojo is pretty much the Iron Mouse company, right? Like, in a lot of people's eyes. Am I wrong to think that? So, like, I get it. But I can also definitely see how that can be, like, a lot. Yeah, she's always been the rock in which VShojo built its ground upon. Yeah. But, like, she's kind of right. Like, being told that could be, you know, will weigh on you. You know, being QB1 does put a lot of pressure on somebody. the guilt tripping aspect, I think is much more a tone of maybe how she was told during negotiations and stuff, which like would be 100% like not good. Like, you know, like, oh, you can't leave, you have to resign, like you're the only, like we can't survive without you. Like that's 100% 100% guilt tripping.
And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Jeez.
The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction.
Tiltify, I believe, yeah, Tiltify is what I use for VTuber SummerSlam, right?
And other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Bishoujo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. So, on the off chance you're seeing my video before you see hers, go and watch her video, because she's donating all of that video's revenue to charity. So, I don't know how many will actually see this video, because I'm a nobody. But if by some random miracle you see mine and not hers, go check hers out. Because I mean, that's the least that I can do, right? Obviously, when this goes up on YouTube, I will have a link to the video in the description. I might make a special exception and fast track this video, but saw it here first. Go support the girl, Acumen. Yeah, I didn't expect to end the stream on a downer though, but it is what it is, man. Go check out Iron Mouse. You gotta love the lady. Ugh. Oh, that's rough, man. That's rough. Support Satan. I didn't realize what that said until I read it out. All right, let's see. Let's raid somebody. Oh, the only one. Yeah. I can't raid anybody. Oh no. God damn it. Nobody I know is live. Oh, but yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me. Go support Mouse. I know it really doesn't mean much from, you know, it's kind of like a single droplet of water telling you to support the ocean, but fucking what else can I do, man? Like, try and help the lady out. My headphones are yelling me to charge them. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday. We're going to have the monthly member CPU community CPU clash. Yeah. Monthly members CPU community clash. I expect that to be fun, but also I expect it to be a short stream because I just realized there's only, like, in an 8-person tournament, there's only going to be a maximum of 23 matches, and that's if every match goes down to the wire. So it's probably going to be like an hour-and-a-half stream at most. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.